Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Coaching Corner. It is Tuesday. You know, I love coming on every Tuesday because we talk about all things special education every Tuesday. And for those of you who are new to the IEP Coach, my name is Jamila F. Bashir, aka the IEP Coach. I am the founder and CEO of the IEP Coach LLC. We are an education consulting company and we specialize in providing professional development and coaching to special education teams, teachers, and paraprofessionals so they can thrive and not just survive in their roles. That's just a little bit about us. Happy Tuesday to everybody. I hope you all are enjoying this beautiful weather. The weather was nice today up here in Philly. The weather is nice. You can have a jacket, light jacket, no jacket. It's nice. It's water ice weather. I want some water ice so bad. But you know, as you are coming in, let me know. Say hello, and let me know where you are tuning in from. Those of you who are joining. And the title of tonight's live is what your SPED team needs before the next school year. So if you are a SPED teacher, a special education liaison, a SPED director, supervisor, principal, assistant principal, make sure you share out this live. Even if you're a parent, share out this live with the admin at your school so you know, so they know what they need to do for next year. And share out this live. And as I'm telling you to share it out, I am sharing it out as well. So I hope everybody had an amazing day. Today went by fast. It went by a little fast. Yeah, it went by fast. So I hope everyone had a great day. And like I said, as I'm telling you to share it out, I am sharing it out as well. So yeah, share it out, share it out. Nope, I'm not trying to post anything. Share this live out. Okay, all right. Yes, let's share it out. Let's share it out. And we always do Q&A, so you can go ahead and put your questions in the comments, and someone from the team will make sure that I see it so I can address your questions. So what your SPED team needs before next year. Alrighty. Let me just make sure my sound is good on LinkedIn because we are streaming on all platforms. We're streaming on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, okay? We are sharing on all platforms. All right, excellent. Okay. Alrighty, so before we go any further, just want to remind you guys to subscribe to our newsletter, the IEP Insider. We drop our new we drop a new newsletter every week. Originally we was doing it every month, but it's gotten such a positive feedback that we're doing it every week now. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the comments. If you are on Instagram, just click the link in the bio and you can subscribe. So yes, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. You can definitely apply the strategies right away or the very next day. With the purpose of that newsletter is so that you have strategies, strategies that you can apply pertaining to the different areas of need in special educations. And that was the whole purpose. We want to give you tools. We want to give you resources and strategies to use right away. We didn't just want to write articles for you to read. We want to make sure you can apply the information that we are sharing with you all. So make sure you subscribe because we are dropping the new edition tomorrow. Okay. Also, we have our request to results workshop coming up next Tuesday, April the 29th. This is free, absolutely free. If you need to learn how to request an evaluation for your child, hey, oh, wrong person. Hi, my tutor helps me, educational services. Hello, we have our free workshop next week. It is absolutely free. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in the comments right now. And The topic for today is what your SPED team needs before next school year. So we're focusing on next school year, what all teams need to know and be prepared for. All right. So we dropped the link to subscribe to our newsletter, and we dropped the link so that way you can register for our for our workshop that's coming up next week. Request to results, how to request an evaluation so that for your child. And we got so much in store for you. We're taking you from beginning to end, how to do that request. Okay. All right. Yeah, she says a free workshop. Awesome. I hope parents jump on it. So parents, hey, there are teachers who are parents of children with special needs, and you need this help, or this can help you better support the parents that you of your students. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump on in here. Alrighty, so the purpose of this topic is so that all our special education professionals, you are prepared and equipped with the strategies and tools to help you prepare for next school year. Okay, and that could start in August, it can start in September, depending on where you go to school, even start in July, depending on where you are attending school. Okay, we're being proactive, not reactive. All right, we're not just saying, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and do this PD now because I got no, I'm sick and tired of all this reactiveness. No, we need to be proactive. We all need to be proactive, especially when it comes to our vulnerable population, our special education population, as well as our special education teachers and all of our special education professional and team members, including the related service providers. Enough with the being reactive. We need to be proactive. Okay, proactive 100%. Yes, we on the same time. Yes. Okay, because I'm sick and tired of it, because I can remember the days, being a special, you pushing me in a PD last minute because you forgot to do PD for your SPED teachers. Enough is enough. So that's what we're going to start with. All right, first things first, to prepare your SPED team for next school year, you want to make sure you start with your IEPs and clean everything up. You want to make sure all your IEPs are in compliance. You want to make sure, now, if you still do filing systems, especially if you're in person and you have in-person IEP meetings, especially at a school district, you're getting those things signed, you want to make sure you have a filing system for your IEPs. That's in order. You want to make sure all your IEPs are in compliance. You want to make sure your IEPs are written correctly. Okay? You want to make sure all the progress monitoring is up to date for those IEPs before you leave for next year. So now, a part of the IEP cleanup is any student, let's say the end of the school year is June for you. If you have students who have IEPs that are coming up in September and October, I remember our best practice was do those in May or before the school year ends, because when you start the school year, that student is going to have brand new teachers that don't know that student. They're learning that student. So we move those IEPs, we get those September and October IEPs, even if it's an IEP done over the summer, we get them done before the school year ends. So that way the current teachers can give input and can talk about what that student will need for next year. You should not be when a new school year comes, you should not be doing no IEPs in September or October unless the student is a transfer from another district or out of state. Okay? So you want to make sure your IEPs are in compliance. Any IEPs that are due over the summer, September or October, do those before you leave for the school year. And do your audits of your IEPs and your IEP filing steps. You want to make sure everything is in order. And when you audit those IEPs, you want to make sure the progress monitoring for those IEPs are complete. Okay? You want to make sure they are complete. All right? So that's step one, your IEP cleanup. Step 2, strengthen your systems right now. Some of your systems that you have may not be strong or efficient. One of them is probably your progress monitoring system. It is not the most efficient as it should be. So you definitely want to get your systems together. You definitely want to get your systems together. You definitely want to get your systems in order. How you're going to do your IEPs, excuse me, yes, how you're going to do your IEPs, how you're going to run your IEP meetings, how will you do your progress monitoring? How will your IEP referrals, anyone who's coming in to any a parent who's um um submitting documentation because they want their child to be evaluated, or the MTSS or RTI process, how is that going to be done if there are any IEP referrals? You want to make sure all those systems are in order now. You want to strengthen those systems. So you want to make sure that your systems are replicable, because you might have a new teacher come in. They need to learn that system. Scalable, easy for new people who are coming into your school, that they know how to, they understand the system and they know how to apply it. Okay? So you definitely want to make sure all your SPED processes, your referrals, your evaluations, your caseload assignments, your progress monitoring, you want to make sure all of those systems are tight, and you clean up those systems before you leave for the school year, so that when a new school year comes, the systems are efficient and you can just start flowing. Okay? So tip 1 was start with your cleaning up your IEP system. Step 2, strengthen your systems now. Do not wait till you come back. Strengthen them now. Get them efficient now. Any tweaks as we're at the end of the school year now. You have plenty of time to look at your system to say, hey, we need to improve this. We need to improve that. We need to do that. You have time to do it now. So you want to improve those systems. Okay? Number 3, you definitely need to review your staffing and your capacity. Do you have enough SPED teachers, certified SPED teachers for this upcoming school year? You want to check, do you have enough? Do you have paraprofessional roles clearly defined if you require paraprofessionals? Do you have proactive onboarding systems? Do you have a plan to train your new staff? Because you could have a brand new special education teacher who's never written an IEP, who's never led an IEP meeting, doesn't really know the ins and outs of progress monitoring. So you want to make sure you review your staffing and your capacity. Do you have enough certified SPED teachers for this upcoming school year? And if you don't, what are you doing to get more staff? How are you going to how are you going to divide your special education caseload amongst your SPED teachers? Okay? Make sure your paraprofessional roles are clearly defined, and make sure you have proactive onboarding so it's easy for a new staff member to learn it. Because you can't assume all your whole SPED team is going to be experienced. Everyone may not be experienced, and even your experienced teachers may need to have some refreshers on the systems. Okay? Number 4, you want to prepare for summer PD now. Don't wait till the summer to do the summer PD. No, start preparing and planning for your summer PD. Now, here are some practical IEP focused PDs you definitely need to have. IEP writing and compliance, that is a must. That is a must, whether you have experienced SPED teachers or new. You need to have a PD on IEP writing and compliance. You need to have a PD on behavior intervention and data collection, aka progress monitoring. Because data collection is a part of progress monitoring. You can focus on all this in 1 or 2 PDs. Okay? Co-teaching and best practices. Oh my gosh, co-teaching and best practices. You definitely need to do one on that. And if you are a middle school or high school, you definitely need to do a PD on transition. Oh my God. There are so many schools that's not starting the transition planning on time. And here in Pennsylvania, you start transition planning once that student turns 14. You start the planning. You start looking, you start doing the surveys with that student and activities with that student and sending surveys home to the parent to figure out what you're going to do for next year. You got to get your plan in order. This starts when they will turn 14 over the course of that IEP. And then once they get to high school, you're going even deeper. You're doing even more activities for them in the 3 areas of the transition plan: the post-secondary education, employment, and independent living. All right, so I'm going to go over those summer PDs you need to do. IEP writing, I'll include leading IEP meetings as well, and compliance. Progress monitoring and data collection. We're gonna include behavior intervention in that. Best co-teaching practices, best practices, and if you are a middle school and a high school, transition services. You need to do a PD on those. So those are 4 PDs you definitely need to do. Okay? Tip number 5. Plan parent communication early. So parents know what's going to happen in the fall, what's coming up in the fall. Have your communication with your parents. You can do a parent night, a parent workshop. You could do a parent Zoom meeting, so that way the parent might be at work, they can still listen in and talk about the what next year will look like. Excuse me, how you will engage with the parents. Having like a back to school parent SPED night. You can even do that before you leave for the school year. Let them know, hey, who their child's case manager is going to be. What is the programming going to look like for next year? Are there going to be any parent workshops for SPED? Okay. That was number 5. And number 6, check the culture before your school. Check your culture before your school year ends. You want to do a mindset check. You want to check the staff morale. It could be low across the board. Figure out how you're going to cultivate belonging, how you're going to speak life into your staff and to your teachers. Show your SPED team that they're valued and appreciated, and don't just do this by feeding them. Don't just feed them, because some of you have been treating your SPED teams like they are an afterthought, and they feel it. Therefore, the morale is down. Okay? You could do team building circles early. Okay? So these are all things you need to do before the school year is out. Okay? This is all the things you need to do for your SPED team before the next school year starts. Okay? And I'm going to go back over what we need to do, what you need to do. You need to do IEP cleanup. So you want to make sure all your IEPs are completed, finalized. Parents have a copy of that physical IEP before the school year ends. You want to make sure any of those IEPs that are done over the summer or in September or October, they get done before the school year ends. Conduct your audits of your IEPs to make sure that they're in compliance and all the progress monitoring has been completed for those IEPs before the next school year. You want to number 2, you want to strengthen your systems right now. So get your progress monitoring system in order. Get your onboarding of SPED teachers in order. Get your referral process in order, how you're going to lead IEP meetings, how you're going to write IEPs. Get all those systems in order now. Don't wait till we come back to school to then talk about, oh, what's the plan, how we're going to improve this. Do it now before the school year ends. Review your staffing and capacity. If you don't have enough SPED teachers, figure out what you're going to do to get more certified SPED teachers. And if you don't have enough, See how you're going to divide the special education caseload amongst the current SPED teachers that you do have. Be clear on the roles of your paraprofessionals. And have your plan to train and support your new SPED team members. We're not doing that sink or swim. No, give them the support that they require. Prepare for summer PD. And here are some PDs you definitely need to do. IEP writing, IEP meetings and compliance, progress monitoring and data collection. You could do behavior planning, behavior interventions, do one on BIPs and FBAs, co-teaching best practices. And if you are a middle school or a high school, transition planning. I know earlier I did 4, but I got 5, okay? Transition planning, if you are a middle school or a high school, boom, 5 PDs you definitely need to do for your SPED team. All right. Tip number 5, plan your parent communication early. Communicate, have a parent Zoom meeting before the school year ends so they know what the next school year will look like. Get them engaged. Get their feedback. And last but not least, do a mindset culture check before the school year ends. Touch base with your SPED team. You should have been doing this throughout the whole school year, but touch base with your SPED team. Make sure they're appreciated and valued. Show them that they're appreciated and valued. Figure out how you're going to speak life to them. If the morale is down, how you're going to cultivate belonging, how you're going to speak life into them. Okay? So if you need support with getting your SPED team ready for this upcoming school year, I'm going to drop our link for you to book a free discovery call with us so we can discuss summer PD planning. Okay? Don't wait until the summer to plan for the summer. Don't wait till the summer to plan for what you're going to do for this upcoming school year. Start it now. We're done being reactive. We're going to be proactive. Okay? So I just dropped the link. If you are on Instagram, click the link in the bio. If you are on Instagram, click the link in the bio and you can book a discovery call. You can share the link with someone who needs to book a discovery call. Okay? So that is our live for today. Does anybody have any questions? Put your questions in the comments now. Wa alaikum assalam. La dot mean 863. Wa alaikum assalam. Anybody got questions? If you have questions, put them in the comments now. I'm going to give you a moment to put them in. And just remember to subscribe to our newsletter on our newsletter, the IEP Insider. We drop a new newsletter every single week on Wednesday. So you definitely want to make sure that you are subscribed so that way you're the first to know when it drops. You're on Instagram, click the link in the bio to subscribe. Also, make sure you register for our, oh wait, I didn't put it in the comments, my bad. Here we go. Also, make sure you register for our upcoming workshop, Request to Results, where you will learn how to write a request for an evaluation or a reevaluation. Okay? Make sure you register for that. It is absolutely free. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Let me see. Checking everywhere. All right. Now, if your school needs support with your SPED planning and your summer PD planning, and you're not sure what PDs you need to do, how to best support your special education team, please click the link that I'm putting in the comments now and book a call with us so we can help you with that. And we can provide those PDs for you. All right. All right. I don't see any questions. If a question comes to you later, please don't hesitate to send us a message. You can DM us. We are very responsive. Okay. So remember, be kind to yourself. Remember your capacity. You're one person. You're only able to do what you are capable of doing. Please don't forget your capacity, because when you push beyond your capacity, you get burnt out. Okay? Be kind to yourself and be safe. And I will see you all next Tuesday. Actually, I won't see you all next Tuesday because we have our workshop request to results. So we won't see you next Tuesday. So we will see you the following Tuesday. Have a good evening, everybody.